He was the hero adored by all. When danger struck again, his father knelt, begging for help, but he chose to perish with the world. When she opened her eyes again, the staff in her hand had vanished. Looking at the man called Master, she realized he might be her father. Suddenly, he reached out to grab her. The woman sighed. This 100th reincarnation ended way too fast. But a second later, her weird dad shed happy tears, thanking God the baby was born safely. The girl was still confused, and saw her mother looking just as happy. She recalled her family's cruelty in past lives. As the world was about to end, her father knelt, begging for her salvation. Her brother arrogantly told her to know her place. You exist only to be sacrificed. Her mother fake cried over her sacrifice. Yet she was the most heartless of all, leaving a young girl in a freezer alone. Now she pretends to love her daughter. Such hypocrisy is simply laughable. Her parents' talk snapped her back. They decided to name her Anastasia. She initially liked the name, but it's the name of the world's hero. Her little heart took a massive hit. Every time she was named a hero, her life became a complete disaster. But contrary to her expectations, she spent a peaceful month in her crib. But little Shaw didn't let her guard down. She had similar experiences before. Her father seemed to cherish her grace, but secretly, he feared her power. Eventually, he began to abuse her. She doubted these parents wouldn't demand sacrifice. She had to stay vigilant. The red-eyed woman is her mother. Under her gentle lullabies, Shaw occasionally let her guard slip. Her buff pink-haired father often giggled. Then, shouting erupted. "What's wrong with my daughter?" Shaw feared he was angry. "If her body is fine, why doesn't our baby cry or smile?" Hearing this, Shaw was stunned. She looked away, pretending it wasn't her. Outside, the father lost patience with the doctor. "Since you're too incompetent to diagnose her, I'll just remove your useless head." The doctor begged for his life. The little lady is perfectly healthy. Feeling pity for the doctor, she burst into tears for the first time. Hearing her cry, the father's eyes lit up. He praised her, saying her crying was beautiful. The father even shed tears of joy. Shaw didn't understand why. Usually, her crying only brought disgust. For a moment, her heart wavered. She snuggled into his warm embrace. Then, a little foot stomped loudly. A little girl with fluffy pink hair appeared. She questioned why her father hid her. Shaw knew immediately this was her sister. But the sister looked worried. Because a sister with special powers, who steals parents' love, is never liked. The sister approached Shaw unnoticed. Her pouting face looked adorable. But Shaw fearfully clung to her father. Then, the girl's eyes widened in excitement. "Is this really my sister? She's so cute." Then she pounced on little Shaw. After learning her name is Anastasia, the sister nicknamed her Ya Ya. Now, Ya Ya matches her own, Lala. Shaw struggled to refuse, but they happily settled on the nickname. Then, the sister brought her some pudding. The father patted her head. Shaw might not be able to eat it. If Lala eats it, Shaw will be happy. But the sister thought Shaw would be sad. She remembered being sad without ice cream. "Can't my sister just have one bite?" Looking at the pudding, Shaw wanted her father to intervene. Instead, the father rubbed his face against hers. Then he told Lala that Shaw just said she wanted. Sister helped her eat the pudding. The sister enjoyed it without hesitation. In return, she gave Thea her dear plushie, even though she needed it to sleep. But she is the elder. Giving it to her sister is fine. But Thea didn't want more kindness. Being hated felt more comfortable to her. So, she suddenly started crying. Lala thought she disliked the deer. She told her not to cry. Whether it's a tiger or rabbit, sister will find whatever Thea likes, to make Thea happy. Sister even made funny faces at her. Unable to resist, Thea laughed. Father and sister were thrilled, admiring Thea's adorable appearance. But Thea never expected the news of her laugh spread so fast. Now servants try various ways to cheer her. Even the doctor tried his best, not to mention her doting father, to ensure Thea got enough rest. Mother firmly kicked everyone out. Thea was overwhelmed by the warmth. Before, doing too much meant being hated. But here, everyone wants her to smile. One day, Thea woke up groggily. A pink-haired boy stood by her bed. She was startled. This must be her brother, Damien. Though he is still young, he's already training as the Duke's heir. Thea became cautious. Damien should be very busy. Why did he come see her? Poking her serious little face. Damien said he brought a gift. Before she could wonder why, a cute tiger plushie was given to her. Damien heard that Thea had smiled and that she liked tiger plushies, though it had been with him since childhood. He wanted to give it to Thea. The girl was even more confused. Why give her something so precious? Then, Damien gently poked her. Can I see you smile too? She didn't know how to react. This family truly just wanted her to be happy. Seeing Damien's kind face, she finally smiled. She told herself, she's just satisfying a child's curiosity, despite countless past lives, and knowing deep coldness. Just for once, Thea hoped for a miracle. Hoping this 100th life's family could give her courage to live. 5 months passed. Thea's world expanded. Thea grew like a normal child. Relaxed, she rolled over on the floor. This simple move drew everyone's attention. Sister and father were amazed. Brother and mother praised her talent. They threw a party for her first role. Many outfits were specially made. They chose a blue dress for the party. Maids praised her as a cute fairy. Mother hugged and cuddled her. She even paid the tailor 4x more. Thea couldn't follow their logic. It was just a family gathering, but they made it huge. Gifts were, of course, essential. Even the servants gave their blessings. She knew they got extra income from it. But their smiles felt genuine to her. Afterward, father took them to see fireworks. The bright lights lit up the night, as if erasing her tragic past, bright and vivid. But the closer they became, the more she feared the future. Suddenly, mother called out to her, as long as Anastasia grows up healthy, it's enough. No pressure to be outstanding, or commands to save the world. Such a simple, humble wish, deeply moved Thea. However, after last night, the next day, her room was silent. Servants went home for the holiday, leaving only one, the assigned maid, often slept alone at the door. Parents were busy early this year-end. Brother was still in class, and sister was resting with a cold. With this rare chance, little Sia decided to practice standing. She crawled toward the nearby sofa, hoping to use it for support. But just as she almost touched it, a maid suddenly picked her up. The stranger's face made Sia alert. She claimed she'd take her to mom. But mom was clearly out. She also didn't wake the other maid. Sensing danger, Sia cried loudly, but her mouth was quickly covered. Finally, Sia fell fast asleep. When Sia opened her eyes, she was held by an unknown man. As the Duke's manner faded away, Sia felt quite careless. She had been too pampered lately. Luckily, this was a simple kidnapping. She could teleport away anytime. However, she was slightly worried. Did they discover her ability? Or just hate the Duke's family? To find their true motive, Sia decided to play along. She'd use her power to make them confess, though she couldn't go home now. Solving the root cause was key. Suddenly, a sword hit the man's leg. The man fell in pain. Sia closed her eyes in fear, but a young voice piqued her curiosity. A blond boy held a sword coldly. How dare you do this? This lady had a date with me. Sia didn't understand him. The man yelled at the kid to leave. Trying desperately to flee, the manor's pursuers were closing in, but the blond boy easily caught up, demanding the lady's release. Otherwise, he would handle him. He was around Damien's age, but sounded very menacing. Sia knew he wasn't bluffing. He clearly studied swordsmanship, and possessed powerful magic. The man resisted, but the boy knocked him down. He caught Sia just in time, saving her from the fall. He thought she was terrified. He checked her for injuries. The kidnapper stumbled back up. The boy noticed too late. Sia quickly cast a spell. An unknown force knocked him down. The boy was confused. While Sia's body heated up from magic, the boy didn't know what to do, so he wrapped her in his coat. Guards arrived and subdued the thief. Damien rushed to check on her. Seeing Sia in pain, her body wouldn't stop shaking. The kidnapper begged for mercy, receiving only a cold stare from Damien. "Take him away first. We'll investigate when Dad returns." When Sia finally woke up, her parents were watching worriedly. Dad blamed himself for the injury. Sia was speechless. She just used a bit of magic. Her mother apologized heartbrokenly. "Sorry, Anastasia, we didn't protect you well." Sia suddenly wanted to grow up. She wanted to protect her family. Next day, Dad hired 20 knights. He proudly showed them to Sia. "Well, do you feel safer now?" The kidnapping motive was cliché. Their son had huge debts. The couple targeted Sia for money. Luckily, the boy stopped them, but regardless, 20 knights for a baby is overkill. Dad leaned in again. "Anastasia, these knights swore loyalty to you. Say something to encourage them." Sia was stunned. What can a baby even say? Surprisingly, the knights were excited. Seeing their expectation, Sia had to respond, babbling, "I'll count on you." They couldn't understand a word, but they were completely charmed. Since then, 2 knights guarded her room, and 2 outside. As she gradually grew up, Sia is gathering more intel. On the day she was kidnapped, she saw her parents looking displeased. Even the Duke's family has enemies. That's why so many knights surround her. To stop her parents from worrying, Sia begins training herself hard. Suddenly, Brother Damien's gentle voice calls. He opens his arms to her. Excitedly, Sia crawls toward him, diving into his embrace. Damien pats Sia on the head. He feels apologetic for the past incident. He says a friend wants to meet her. The boy who saved her before. Sia immediately nods in agreement. Sia has a reason to meet him. His magic feels strangely familiar. Through countless reincarnations, she occasionally meets old acquaintances, but this boy is more than that. It's more like a longing, making her want to be near him. When Mihal first visits the estate, Damien gives him strict instructions to be very careful with his sister. But once he sees Sia, Mihal completely forgets Damien's words. He leans in to study the little one. Sia also observes Mihal closely. He looks familiar, but she can't remember who he is. Damien tells him not to tease her, proudly introducing Sia as the precious little lady of the house. Sia sees Damien's childish side first time. He's usually so calm and steady. Now he actually acts his age. Then Mihal decides to introduce himself. He quickly moves before Sia, gently holding her hand. "Nice to meet you, little lady." He then kisses her hand. Sia is startled by the gesture. Damien feels a huge blow of jealousy. He hasn't even kissed her hand. Sia learns why Mihal is visiting. He is the sole heir of Reventus. Since his father is very busy, Mihal studies with Damien but prefers playing with Sia. Today he arrived early, splashing water on her. He says he washed up to be proper for a lady. So he freshened up. He then hands Sia a ruby. "I'll give this to you. Can you smile for me today?" A few days ago, Mihal noticed Sia rarely smiles. He asked around and found out she only smiles for those she loves. At first, Mihal didn't care, but Damien bragged about her smile. Feeling provoked, Mihal's competitive side woke up. He kept giving her fancy gifts. But what baby cares for gems? Sia ignores him to practice walking. Mihal thinks the ruby suits her, so he slips it into her hat. Because of that gem, Sia loses her balance. The maids are terrified. Luckily, at the last second, Mihal catches her head. Sia is shocked that she can't even stand steady. When Mihal apologizes, she realizes the gem caused it. He made her embarrassed in public. Sia clenches her fists in anger, shouting, "I hate you," even in baby talk. Mihal understands her perfectly. He stays by her, apologizing. The maids find their communication magical, but Sia is very annoyed. Even her family doesn't understand her, yet this clever boy can. Since Sia ignores him, Mihal offers to help her walk. He walked before he was 6 months. Sia is discouraged. She's 7 months and still shaky. Under Mihal's persuasion, Sia is actually tempted. She wants to grow up normally, but she hates his help. Mihal reaches out his hand. "If you agree, I can teach you." He gives a slight smile. Sia is suddenly startled. Did he learn that from Damien? To avoid troubling her family, Sia finally agrees. As she places her hand, a different smile appears on Mihal. She felt happy and confident. Anastasia was momentarily stunned. Then she realized, and patted Mihail's hand. Mihail took Anastasia's hand, slowly pulling her up. With his help, Anastasia stood up easily. But standing wasn't enough. Mihail then helped her walk. Anastasia couldn't believe it. She could actually walk. She kept smiling. Her brother returned from class. Mihail bragged about his teaching. To stop her brother's jealousy, she tried to let go. He warned her she'd fall. Damien immediately hugged her. He asked the maid what happened. Learning she fell because of Mihail, and nearly hit her head. He lost his temper. He shouted for him to leave. Without you, Anastasia wouldn't be in danger. Mihail didn't argue. He just said, nice having a sister. Damien immediately regretted his words. Anastasia felt bad about the tension. Their lives were different from others, making them more complex. Neither knew how to resolve it. To save their friendship, Anastasia decided to help. From Damien's perspective, he read to his sisters daily, and they slept together. But since Mihail arrived, he gave that time to him. As for Mihail, his grandfather was always busy. He only knew how to fight. Seeing a baby for the first time felt like magic to him, but he didn't know how to cope. Then there's Anastasia's view. She felt it was her fault. Mihail had annoyed her that day, so she accidentally said his name. Since it wasn't her family's name, they felt quite discouraged. Moreover, Mihail got the first walk credit. Her brother must be sad. She cried to make them reconcile. Damien panicked, and Mihail said she's scared. Damien apologized for being too harsh. She wanted them to apologize together. She tugged her brother's clothes, then pointed at Mihail. They finally apologized to each other. Mihail asked for advice on kids. Damien hesitated due to his anger. Mihail promised to do his best. No matter the danger, he would protect the little princess. Damien was stunned by the promise. He decided to help as a friend. They shook hands, making peace. Can I visit her again? The brother weakly agreed. Mihail smiled brightly, maybe tired from crying. Anastasia fell asleep. She dreamt of a dark space. She tried to wake up. Suddenly, a plea for help echoed. A strange, chain-wrapped egg appeared. She was drawn toward its presence. Her hand moved involuntarily. The moment she touched it, the chains exploded. Anastasia opened her eyes. Another baby was inside. The words were chilling. Are you also the 100th reincarnator? Never forget, I am your only one. It flew towards her. Just as it almost touched her, a voice interrupted. Anastasia woke up. Everyone was around her bed. She saw their heartbroken looks. Her mother wept by her side. She had been asleep for a week. Lavrentia started crying. Don't be sick anymore. Let me take the pain. Damien felt the same. Their father hugged them both. I'll be sick for you both. Mihail watched the warm scene. He felt a hint of loneliness. The Duke remembered Mihail. He helped him dry off. Mihail's effort woke Anastasia up. The priest had diagnosed her afflicted by an unknown curse. He traveled far to the Duke's house, bringing an heirloom to cure Anastasia. Anastasia was surprised by his effort. She now owes him another favor. Then, he began thinking seriously. After 100 lives, he should be immune. But that person dragged him into a dream, and had the power to control him. Just as he decided to grow stronger, Mother suddenly hugged him tighter. Anastasia, please grow up healthy. Her frustration melted with Mother's love. Il looked at Sasha in his arms, asking for his own blessing. The girl was very generous, clinging tightly to Il's chest, babbling happily. Il was instantly fired up. He must seize this chance today. But Sasha felt that besides Mian, she was also very cool. Father's voice echoed from the arena. He waved for Sasha to see him. After receiving family blessings, Father remained completely relaxed, facing the trained knights. He was totally different now. With fluid, seamless moves, he caught the man off guard, boasting while he fought. As the wooden sword fell, Father was declared the winner. He bragged exaggeratedly to his family. Next, Il versus a 10-year-old knight. Il won with superior swordsmanship. The celebration reached its finale. Under Il's fierce attack, father stayed relaxed. Similar levels, wondering if she'd be spared then. Watching the fight, Sasha analyzed the battle. She wanted to leave something for Il. Seeing his sister so serious, brother felt a bit guilty for not entering the match. He wanted to look cool. Father won again. Then almost fainted with joy when Sasha blessed him. Mother saw the Duke's arrogance. She scolded him bluntly in public. Meanwhile, the capital enjoyed the Duke's food. People benefited from the little lady. They were curious about the child. As the carriage passed through town, everyone flocked over, blocking the streets completely, eager to see little Sasha. Feeling the people's passion, they praised father as an open leader. A knight caught up to them, offering a bouquet to Sasha. Facing such a loyal knight, Sasha felt humbled. Back when she was a knight, everyone only trembled in fear. This life's emotions were changing her. At night, Il gave Sasha milk, asking if he looked cool today. Sasha turned away and sighed. A month passed quickly. Mother recorded their lives nightly. Sasha could now climb the sofa and grew baby teeth. After her sofa climbing party, the maid fell asleep quickly. Sasha sat up and cast a spell. Gorgeous wings appeared before her. My queen, I missed you so much. This is Chocolate, Sasha's top general, sent to find the baby in the nightmare and collect info about this world. Before the world reaches its end, she wants to protect her family. As the Demon King's loyal subordinate, Chocolate took immediate action. One empire and two kingdoms exist, a powerful nation led by the Pope, and several smaller states. Magic and victory are everywhere. The empire seeks total control. A magic tower stands near the manor. It may hide a dark secret. Is the dream intruder there? But her power is limited now. She cannot explore the empire yet. Fortunately, she has her family. Sasha felt slightly less anxious. Even Chocolate saw it for the first time. The Demon King looked so relaxed. Since normal people can't see Chocolate, Sasha takes him everywhere she goes. Sweetie, do you have a dog? Sasha looked completely stunned. Il could actually see her divine pet, but he thought it was just a doll. Just as he tried to touch it, Sasha stopped him just in time. Then came hours of failed communication. Wherever Sasha went, Il followed, talking to himself. The gallery wasn't always like this. Luckily, Il finally spoke. He blankly asked if he should talk. Soon, Il's parents logged out. Sasha's father often took him in. The boy slowly started improving, but strangely, Il and Roro barely interacted. Even Chocolate couldn't find out why. Sasha became Il's target of teasing. He hoped for Sasha's praise one day. Sasha's birthday was approaching. Il pondered what gift to give her. He'd lived there for a year already. Warm memories filled Sasha's mind. Only 19 years left until her curse. Then the maid asked them, "Have you seen Miss Roro? She was asked to call you both." Actually, Roro arrived early. She hid behind a tree, watching, recalling her first meeting with Il. Roro introduced herself enthusiastically, but Il remained cold and distant. Every meeting since was the same. As time passed, Roro's passion began to fade. Soon, Sasha's birthday arrived. The maids carefully dressed her. Every birthday was a countdown to log out. This life, Sasha's wish, was to hear "Happy Birthday." Her mother's pink dress once led her to her father. Looking at the colorful dresses, Sasha immediately picked one. At the birthday party, Sasha was used to their extravagance. Nothing surprised her anymore. But who imagined this statue? Could it be him? Seeing Il suddenly appear, Sasha instinctively tried to slip away. She turned to the giant cake. admiring the great masterpiece. Her family called from behind. Her father picked her up. Everyone wished her happy birthday. Sasha softly said thank you. As classical music played, the Duke invited her to dance. He leaned down to meet her eyes. Following the rhythm, Sasha was suddenly lifted up. The guests were quite jealous. They all wanted to dance with her. Il was no exception. The two danced gracefully. The party ended successfully. Her father patted her to sleep. Without protection, Sasha met the baby in her dream. After some teasing, the baby grew into an adult, but Sasha still couldn't remember him. The man gave her a hint. He shifted her to her first life. As the man said, showing her past self so easily, she was the only one who understood him. He apologized for being rude before. Then he left the dream. Everything was just terrible. The fever blurred her memories. She used her last strength for chocolate. Then she fainted on the bed. While Sasha was distressed, chocolate brought her good news. Mysterious magic lies behind the mountains. This made Sasha worry. The curse she carries was starting to spread. Then Roro rushed in, hurriedly taking Sasha away. She thought it was a sign of logout, but it was just a family trip. She felt helpless yet amused. Family vacations, something she only heard about in her first life. Her mother noticed Sasha's nervousness, so she led her to the window to feel the summer breeze, which helped her relax a bit. They soon arrived at their destination, where the village chief was waiting. This was Sasha's first trip out, so she practiced walking gracefully. Some ladies started whispering behind her, but they were just praising her brilliance. A girl came over offering candy. To avoid worrying her mother, Sasha declined the stranger's offer, but the lady wouldn't take no for an answer, insisting on giving her a gift. Her mother walked over at that moment. With permission, Sasha held out her small hands, looking adorable and well-behaved, winning over all the ladies, and took a big bite. It was sweeter than she imagined, seeing everyone so happy. Sasha asked for another piece. This strange yet warm feeling deeply touched the young girl. After arriving at their lodgings, the children couldn't wait to play. Roro put on her earrings and changed into new clothes. Her brother wore a nature-themed deer outfit, while Sasha was a contrasting kitten, looking incredibly playful. Father prepared a small boat for the hot summer day, planning a water fight. Roro was filled with excitement, and even danced with her father. The three of them boarded the boat. Father cheered them on from the water. Just as he helped Sasha speed up, a sudden strong wind struck, and the current became turbulent. Suddenly, right before everyone's eyes, Roro was swept far away by the current. She was moving so fast. Just before she hit the rocks, Sasha didn't hesitate. She used a bit of magic to push Roro back to shore, but her magic felt uncontrollable today. She could only cast a barrier around her sister. Then, the wind suddenly shifted, striking directly toward Sasha. At the last second, Father struggled to grab Roro and hugged her tight, comforting her. As everyone sighed in relief, Sasha realized this strange magic felt like the jerk from her dreams. Sasha was furious, and her consciousness began to fade. She was powerful in 99 past lives, but in this life, she is fragile. This was her fourth time fainting. Seeing her daughter so exhausted, her mother was heartbroken. Sasha blamed the villain from her dreams, vowing to avenge her family. Soon, her mother brought her dinner. Just as she started to eat, the wind blew her dinner away. Unaware of the truth, her mother thought Sasha was just picky. Sasha couldn't explain it, but she feared being misunderstood. Then her father arrived. Both parents asked why she was moody, as Midar and Roro had similar phases, but those issues were easily resolved. Father approached Sasha again, patiently guiding the innocent girl. During the following days, such incidents became frequent, even hurting her father. It seems that Jerk's intention is to isolate her from everyone, but his plan will not work here. In this life, family love is far stronger than he thinks. The troubled trip soon came to an end. Since the sisters' arrival, Roro got less attention from mother. Father and Damien were even lower in priority. Looking at Sasha, who shared the same black hair and red eyes, Roro longed to be close to her. She searched the entire mansion, finally finding her in the playroom. Il was alone with Sasha. While Roro observed from the side, Il tried to charm Sasha, but Sasha completely ignored her. That annoying Mikhail. Sasha said she doesn't like her, though Roro wanted to intervene. Il was quite terrifying to her, recalling the effort she spent to get close to Sasha. Roro decided to save her sister from this demon. The next day, during nap time, based on past experience, little follower Yie only visits Sasha after dinner. Taking this opportunity, Roro took her sister's hand, deciding to take her away from this place. Using the excuse that Sasha hadn't seen other rooms, she created a mansion exploration game. This was exactly what Sasha wanted. She had already asked Chocolate to study the layout, but hadn't experienced it herself yet. But upon hearing about the adventure, the guard and maid wanted to join. Roro quickly waved them off, telling them it was a secret game for her and Sasha. The cunning maid tried to tempt her, but Roro firmly refused, fearing another trap. Roro immediately took Sasha's hand and ran. Soon after dinner, Yie came to Sasha's room, only to find it empty. Meanwhile, Roro held a homemade map, starting their mansion exploration. Unknowingly, the guard and maid were secretly protecting them. As more people joined in, Roro finally opened the first room. Sasha felt a dangerous aura inside. After a few knocks, their father opened the door instantly. Seeing his daughters, he immediately invited them in. Turns out the tension came from work. Everyone was sighing in frustration. Sasha felt sorry for the poor workers. Father ordered the butler to bring snacks, granting a 2-hour break before the meeting. After they left, father asked the little princesses what was up. Roro said they wanted to see their cool father at work, and seeing him wield a sword. But when father decided to go to the ballroom, Roro instinctively said no. Father was speechless. Listening to Roro's strange explanation, Sasha realized Roro wanted to avoid Yie. The visitor was leaving father feeling a bit sad. Roro gently patted the dupe, imitating mother to tell him to work hard. Her little plan was seen through. Sasha laughed at the cute scene. Father was stunned by her healing smile. He poked her cheek, asking if his scolding was so fun. They spent a wonderful first day together. With their makeshift and homemade maps, they headed to the next room, but an accident happened. Sasha accidentally slipped. At that critical moment, a similar memory flashed through Roro's mind. Their mother hadn't blamed her, but gently taught her instead to take better care of her sister. Roro's eyes welled up. It was a scene no one wanted to see. Sasha patted her sister's chest, signaling she was okay. This made Roro feel even worse, and she suddenly burst into tears. If Sasha is the princess, she will be the knight protecting her. This time, let me protect my sister. Roro gripped Sasha's hand tightly. This unexpected moment left Sasha shocked. When did her sister get such fast reflexes? Soon, accompanied by her sister, they visited the kitchen to see the chef. They had afternoon tea with mother in the secret garden, and played hide and seek while the maid hung laundry. The last stop of the adventure was the library. Compared to their brother's nobility, her sister's voice was like a summer breeze, bringing an unprecedented warmth, whether from exhaustion or the soothing voice, right under Roro's nose. Sasha lazily fell asleep, looking at the adorable sleeping little one. Her sister's heart melted. She quietly watched the sleeping Sasha, thinking her sister was the cutest in the world. Damien kindly covered them with a blanket, and asked to join them. Unknowingly, the exploration lasted a month. Except for sleeping, Sasha was almost never in her room, so something felt very off. Yie came to play every day, but always left empty-handed. After thinking it over, Sasha decided to take a day off tomorrow. Next morning, Roro came to Sasha's room as usual, bringing her favorite snacks. This leaves Sasha very troubled. Someone is bound to get hurt. While they were discussing the map, fast footsteps suddenly approached. Finally, Yil caught up with them. She brought an exploration backpack, clearly wanting to join their journey. Suddenly, Roro's expression changed. She tightly held her sister's hand, hysterically rejecting Yil's request, leaving the confused pair in a dilemma. No one understood why. No matter how Yil pleaded, Roro wouldn't give a reason. This left Yil feeling depressed. She didn't know why Roro hated her. Sasha kept trying to mediate. Yil tried approaching the little maid, but this only upset Roro. She wouldn't let Yil mimic Damien's kindness to steal her sister away. Yil instinctively showed her cold expression, hands on hips, denying any mimicry. Roro refused to hear any explanation, claiming Sasha hated Yil too. "Stop dreaming of playing with us." This was the first time they heard this from gentle Roro. Such a tense atmosphere, fearing the angry sister might snap. Clearly, the situation was grim. Crying wouldn't simply fix this. Yil claimed Sasha didn't hate her. Ignoring the older sister, she started joking with Sasha. The girl picked up her sister. Yil finally realized something. For once, she smiled at Roro, asking to join the adventure. This only provoked Roro further. The girl strictly refused, wanting to leave the estate. Tears began to fall. The once cold Yil had deeply hurt Roro. She didn't want her sister to be stolen by her. Roro felt deeply wronged. This made Yil reflect. Then, the door opened. Everyone had been outside. Parents wanted them to resolve it. If the family intervened, even the mature Yil would feel alienated. For a child who lost parents not long ago, the mature Damien, only after understanding her, did he slowly approach her, but the sister couldn't understand. Roro only felt Yil's deep-seated coldness, believing Yil was just mimicking her gentle brother, plus trying to steal her sister. That's why she hated Yil. The kind sister was pushed away repeatedly. That was an undeniable fact. Perhaps Yil now realizes the severity. This time, Sasha won't help in secret. Only Yil can fix this. What will Yil choose to resolve this crisis?